This is Supporter Field Notes, a calm, practical look at helping without taking over. Today's episode, When the Door Stays Closed.
There is a particular kind of worry that starts at a front door.
You text, you call, you offer to bring dinner or pick something up, and the answer is always some version of, not today, or I am fine, or nothing at all.
Sometimes a person will talk on the phone, but will not let anyone come inside. Sometimes they will meet you on the porch, in the driveway, or at a restaurant, but the home itself becomes off-limits.
For a family member or friend, that can feel frightening. You may be thinking about clutter, isolation, unpaid bills, a leak, a blocked hallway, health, safety, or simply the fact that you have not seen the person you love in a while.
And when you are scared, it is natural to want proof. You want to see with your own eyes that everything is okay.
But a closed door is not an invitation to push harder. It is information. It may be telling you that the person feels ashamed, overwhelmed, afraid of being judged, afraid of losing control, or simply not ready to be seen in a hard moment.
We cannot know the reason just from the door being closed. That is important. We do not have to guess a diagnosis, invent a story, or decide someone is refusing help because they do not care.
We can say something much simpler. I notice we have not been able to spend time together lately, and I miss you. I care about you. I am here.
That kind of sentence does not pretend nothing is wrong. It also does not make access to the house the price of staying connected.
Supporters sometimes feel trapped between two bad options. Either say nothing and worry alone, or show up determined to get inside.
There is another option. You can be honest about concern without treating the person like a problem to inspect.
Instead of saying, "Let me in right now," you might say, "I have been worried because you have seemed more isolated lately. I do not need you to explain everything today. I would just like to know what would make contact feel easier."
Or, I know you may not want visitors right now. Would a phone call, a walk, or a meeting for coffee feel better?
Those questions give the person choices. Choices matter when someone already feels like life is closing in on them.
A supporter can also name one specific concern without making it a case against the whole person. I am worried about the stairs because you mentioned your knee has been bothering you. Is there one thing we can do to make getting in and out easier?
Specific is usually kinder than global. I am worried about this one doorway is very different from your whole house is out of control.
And it leaves room for the person to say what they are ready for. Maybe the answer is no. Maybe it is not yet. Maybe it is, could you help me carry one bag to the curb next Tuesday?
That is not nothing. A small yes is often where trust starts.
When clutter or hoarding is part of the picture, supporters can accidentally make every conversation about the house.
Every call becomes, "Did you make any progress?" Every visit becomes, "What is that pile?" Every holiday becomes an argument about who is allowed inside.
Then the person may start avoiding contact because they know the subject is waiting for them.
Staying connected does not mean pretending the issue is not real. It means remembering that the person is more than the issue.
Ask about their garden. Send the photo of the grandchild. Tell them about your day. Invite them to something that does not require them to host you or explain their home.
Consistency matters more than a perfect speech. A short text every few days that says, "Thinking of you," can carry more weight than a long message that asks for a full explanation.
It can also help to make invitations easy to decline. I am going to the diner Saturday morning. You are welcome to join me, and it is okay if you are not up for it.
That is different from, "You need to get out of that house." Even when the concern is real, language can either leave the door open or make the person feel cornered.
And supporters need room to be people, too. You do not have to spend every conversation managing your fear. It is okay to enjoy the relationship where you can.
Sometimes concern grows to the point where staying quiet does not feel honest.
That is when it helps to speak from your own experience instead of making a list of accusations.
You might say, "I love you, and I have been carrying a lot of worry. When I cannot reach you for days, I imagine the worst. Could we make a simple plan for checking in?"
Or, "I respect that you do not want me inside right now. I also need to be honest that I am worried about the smoke alarm you mentioned was not working. Would you be open to replacing that one thing together?"
A clear concern can be direct without being cruel. The goal is not to win an argument or force a confession. The goal is to make one responsible next step possible.
It helps to avoid stacking every concern into one conversation. If you bring up the bedroom, the bills, the clutter, the family conflict, the doctor appointment, and the yard all at once, most people will feel overwhelmed before they can hear you.
Pick the thing that matters most right now. Ask a question. Listen to the answer. Let the conversation be smaller than your entire fear.
And be ready for emotion. The person may be embarrassed, defensive, angry, or quiet. You can hold your ground without matching the heat.
Try, "I can hear that this feels painful to talk about. I am not trying to shame you. I am trying to stay connected and be honest about what worries me."
Privacy matters. A person is allowed to have a home and a life that are not open for inspection.
At the same time, there are situations where the concern is no longer only about privacy. If you have reason to believe there is an immediate fire danger, a serious medical emergency, abuse or neglect, no safe way to leave the home, or another urgent risk, waiting for the perfect conversation may not be enough.
In those moments, reach for the appropriate local or emergency support. Keep the person involved as much as you can. Speak respectfully and focus on the immediate safety issue, rather than using the crisis as a reason to take over everything.
Safety and dignity can both matter. You do not have to choose between caring about the person and caring about the risk.
Most of the time, though, supporters are not facing a single dramatic moment. They are trying to figure out how to love someone through a long, confusing season.
That is why steady contact matters. It gives you more chances for a small, honest conversation before the situation becomes an emergency.
If the door stays closed today, it does not mean the relationship is over.
It may mean the person needs contact that does not come with a demand. It may mean they need time. It may mean they are carrying more shame than you can see.
You can stay present without standing guard at the door. You can name a concern without making the whole relationship about the concern.
"I miss you. I care about you. I am here. Would it be okay if I checked in again next week?"
And if they say no or not yet, you can still keep the line open in a way that respects both of you.
Support is not always getting invited inside. Sometimes it is being the person who keeps showing up with honesty, patience, and a clear sense of what safety requires.
People first, then the stuff.
You've been listening to Supporter Field Notes. People first, then the stuff.